Coping with distraction. Hello, everybody. It's Tom here. I hope you're well today. I want to talk about distraction and how distraction is pretty much a lot of things in the modern world. So, distraction, something that's diverting your attention away from your focus for whatever reason that may be, is very common. I think the modern world is full of distraction, deliberately in some respects. But when you're in the workplace or trying to revise for an exam, a test, or something, the last thing you want is distraction. You want to be able to focus. And it's very difficult sometimes to not be distracted. Okay. So, first and foremost, we'll look at things that are distracting. So, your own thoughts, you can be easily within your own thoughts on a daily basis, and it'd be very easy to be distracted by them, whatever they may be. Okay. Your own thoughts, your own emotions can be very distracting as well. If you're not in a happy place, you're not feeling content, it can be very difficult to not become the emotion that you're feeling. Okay. And I've spoken about this before, how I say you can feel an emotion, but you can't become it. Sometimes it's very hard not to become the emotion you feel. Therefore, that overwhelming emotion can be a very distracting thing. And on top of that, as well, you could have noise. Now, let me tell you now, I've worked in transport now for a very long time. Some of the jobs I've had have had me very close to a dispatch stroke debrief window. There is nothing more distracting than a group of drivers coming back after a long day on the road who are talking very loudly. You're trying to concentrate on your job, you're trying to do reports or something, and then you've got this noise coming from inside or outside, should I say, coming inside. That is very difficult to not be distracted by. Okay. And then there is like other people. Other people can be distracted in the way that they behave, in the way that they talk, in what they're talking about, in their conversations with other people. Now, the other day, I was told I was distracted when I was just trying to sort of build some rapport with a colleague at work. And another colleague basically told me to shut up. And while I understand that I was supposedly distracting her from her work, I don't think she went about it in a very tactful way. But it is what it is. I understand. And I'm not going to hold a grudge against it. It's fine, you know? So those are a few things. And then you've got the external things. Well, one of the biggest distractions that we all have, this mobile phone. It's massive, let's be honest. And not just the phone, what's on the phone. Social media can be very distracting. You could find yourself on Instagram, you might end up on a reel. Before you know it, you've wasted half an hour of your time going through reels. Video content like YouTube can be very distracting if it's the wrong sort of thing, not what you want. And, what else is there? There are so many things, so many things that can prove to be distracting. The most important thing to remember is when you're trying to focus on something is you have to be able to try and block out the distraction. And sometimes it is very hard, okay? So don't be hard on yourself. Try and take regular breaks so you can reset and refocus. That would be one of my first pieces of advice. Um, have a plan, stick to the plan, and try and focus on it. Okay. If you find yourself going off course, maybe stop, pause, and do some breathing exercises just to sort of bring yourself back to the moment that you're in. That can help. And just remember that the distraction is normal. But what is very vitally important is that you can stay focused on the task in hand and follow through and complete the task. A lot of people have trouble with this. I've heard stories about people. When my mum was working, she said that she had to. She had a colleague who couldn't stop getting off Facebook, and in the end, that person lost her job. She was warned, but ultimately, the distraction was too strong. You have to think sometimes: is it really worth it? Because in that case, I would say it's not. But there you go, guys. first of 3 videos this week. I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent here on my channel. Thank you kindly. First of 3, as I said, please put down in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on things that are proving to be distracting? Are you somebody that is easily distracted? Do you find it easy to focus? Do you have any other examples of things that can be very distracting? You know, I'm sure I've only just scratched the surface. There are so many things now. Please, if you would, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. I'd be very grateful as well. If you would consider giving me a thumbs up and a like, that'd be really great. And let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know my next content's out. I will be back next week. I'll be back at the middle of the week, sorry, with another video. But until then, please take care of yourselves and bye for now.